Today our guest on Let's Talk Jonesboro is Catherine Norvell. She's Executive Director of the Delta Symphony Orchestra. Thank you for joining us, Catherine.
Thank you for having me today.
Hey, tell us what you got going on. I know it's always big times at the DSO, so what's going on these days?
We've got a lot of fun stuff going on this spring. We're in the process of finishing up our Young Artist Competition, and that's a national competition open to musicians up to age 26 throughout the country. And our finals are what we're doing right now. We're down to 10 finalists, and we'll be soon choosing our 2 grand prize winners, and those will come back and perform with the Delta Symphony Orchestra at our final concert on April 23rd.
Fabulous. Do you have any idea how long this has been going on, this Young Artists Competition?
I believe we are in the 32nd year
oh my goodness.
of that.
So not all the past winners are still young.
Yes.
Yes, it's young.
I don't know. That's a matter of opinion. The older I get, the younger.
That's right.
The younger it is. So.
I'm setting the bar here. I'm blocking for everybody. But you know, do you see these people later? Do they come back and join the orchestra? Do they go on to other cities? Where do they? What
We've had some that actually came back and played with the orchestra. We have had some that have gone on to really just international careers with that. And we actually have one that has come back and is with Nettleton Public Schools and is on one of our board now, one of our former division winners. Yes.
Very nice, very nice. So when you have this type of talent, it's really pretty remarkable, isn't it? That's yes. Cool.
And it's a great, opportunity to come out and say, well, I saw them back when.
That's yeah. Perfect. That's right. That's right. That's true talent is, you can tell when you're in the presence of special talent, and it's something that always makes you feel good. And we love. Sometimes we don't acknowledge or recognize how much true talent is in Jonesboro, and talent is something that's worked on. It's not necessary. You're born with a little bit, but you have to craft
yes.
it. So this is people who've spent a lot of hours behind the scenes getting ready to do a show and compete, whatever, for you, and that show is the product. And so that's a...
Yes, just like any talent, an athlete or anything, you have to work it, every single
right.
day. And so I'm always just astounded by how amazing and disciplined these young artists are. And we have another amazing talent who is actually coming up really soon for a concert, Lemmy Pulliam. And he is kind of a local person. He is originally from Kennett, Missouri.
Okay.
And his career has really just exploded in the last few years, and he has performed all over the country, recently with the Met Opera.
Ah.
And so we are thrilled to be able to bring him back here to Riceland Hall and perform with the Delta Symphony Orchestra on March 19th at 2 p.m. It's a really wonderful opportunity to come out and see someone of this caliber, so I hope Jonesboro will be able to attend and really get that experience. And also, if you want to kind of find out if you like bits of opera, he's going to be doing several selections, and maybe you don't want to go see a full one until you find out. This is your chance to kind of get your feet wet and learn a little bit about that.
And that's the other thing that the first time I was exposed to the DSO here was an eye opener for me that we had such talent locally, and the opera in itself. And Catherine and I, full disclosure, before we started the show, talked about both having the New York Metropolitan Opera on our bucket list. And anybody wants to sponsor, well, I need a tuxedo. I don't know if Catherine needs anything.
Could always use a new ball gown,
A ball gown, yes. This is something that we would like to see and be a part of. But meanwhile, we have it right here in our town, and we've come out of COVID, and I think you started with the DSO during COVID. Can you talk about what you've seen grow and what your 2 years of experience?
It has definitely been an experience for me. I mean, my background tends to be more in the museums and history studies, so it was a bit of a switch over for me with music. I was a band kid growing up and played, but coming in during COVID, we had no live performances at first, so it was pre-recorded things we did socially distanced, recorded, presented on YouTube or here on Channel 24. And so I've had the privilege to kind of work with people coming out of that with the really kind of creative ways they could do, and then just coming back to live performance. The first one I got to be a part of coming back was our collaboration with the Link Theater and the ragtime performance, and that was just amazing to be able to bring in all the Broadway and local talent with that, and see the community come out and support us being back on the stage. So it was wonderful.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And the next big show we have coming up is, what was the date?
It is March 19th. It is our classical concert featuring tenor Lemmy Pulliam.
Okay. Beyond that, what else we have?
Our final concert to close out this season will be our Young Artist Concert, and that is going to be on April 23rd. And we will have the winners of our Young Artist competition featured with the Delta Symphony Orchestra. And we also do a multi-school choir along with that. And so that will be, I believe we are up to 7 different choirs from Craighead and Greene County that will be coming and performing en masse with the symphony.
Very nice. Is this going to be at Arkansas State University?
Yes, this will also be in the Fowler Center at Arkansas State University.
Everything. Most everything the DSO does is in full outfit is at the Fowler Center, correct?
We do. We occasionally do some smaller concerts. We've done some ensemble things at Native Brew Works and some other places around town. But for our big full orchestra concerts, Riceland Hall is just a wonderful venue.
Yeah, it's a fabulous venue. Surprisingly fabulous.
I feel like we're really lucky in Jonesboro to have something of that caliber.
Don't you hear that from people who perform on that stage, that the acoustics are really very, very nice there? Yeah, I hear the same thing, so that's cool. Do you know how many people are in the orchestra? It's composed of how many people right now?
I generally say roughly 60. It kind of depends on the literature that we're presenting. So, some pieces call for, a bigger string section for this, or more violins, or more percussion for this. So it can alternate anywhere from 45 to 50 up to, 75, kind of depending on what we're presenting each time.
And the maestro, Neil Barty,
yes.
he couldn't join us today because he was maestroing somewhere. And we're good. But
yes, he is busy getting ready for our upcoming artist competition finals and our concert. So
very good.
So you've got a bit of a backup with me today.
That's right. Hey, we got the best. We're doing good. And Dr. Barty, thank you for what you do, and all the people who support the DSO deserve appreciation, and I know it's because of your passion. And I guess you've met some of these people, and you've seen the work behind the scenes, so to speak, because you can't do this on a shoestring.
No, it takes a ton of people to do it, and we're fortunate to have a really very dedicated volunteer guild that pitches in to help out with a lot of our events. Our musicians are amazing in coming together to help us out, and just our local businesses that act as our sponsors and patrons. So, yes.
Yeah, so it takes everything, and you've seen it for a couple of years now, and we're going strong. We're out of COVID. We are back into full performance concerts.
Yes.
And everything is good. Is there anything that anyone needs to know other than that? How do you contribute?
Oh, well, one thing is just to come see a concert. And I was going to say you can get tickets through our website, deltasymphonyorchestra.org, or just call us at 870-761-8254, and we can set you up with tickets there. We also kind of have we feel a duty to give back to the community. So one of the ways we do that too is if people cannot afford to come out, because funds may be tight, we offer a Card to Culture program. So people that are on SNAP benefits or the Medicaid programs, you can just come out to our concert, bring your card, and we will get you free tickets for you and your family to come see.
That's beautiful. That's wonderful. And help spread the word on that for us, if you would, because that's the key ingredient right there, is we want to serve the people, not just the people who can give and give a lot.
And that's wonderful if you can, but if you can't, we don't want you to miss out. We believe symphonic music should be available to everyone in our communities.
Beautiful. That's beautifully said. She's Catherine Norvell. She is Executive Director of the Delta Symphony Orchestra. We've had a great visit. Thank you for joining us, Catherine.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we will talk to you next time on Let's Talk Jonesboro.